만나보겠습니다. 음악 주세요.
안녕하세요. 신혜주 법무사입니다. 오늘은 로앤라이프에 새로운 게스트가 오셨습니다. 예, 호주에서 날아온 멋진 미남자이십니다. 니콜을 환영해 주세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
이름은 리코입니다.
예, hello Nicole. Please introduce yourself.
So, my name is Enrico. I'm originally from Australia. Moved from Australia. I was born in the Philippines. Our family moved to Australia when I was 13. And I've lived my life since in all of Australia. So I spent most of my early years as teens and most of my adult life in Australia. It's a beautiful country.
Oh, beautiful country, Australia. Please introduce your beloved wife.
Yes.
How did you meet your wife?
My wife, okay. So my wife's name is Yen Lee. Should I get her to come
Yeah.
join?
Oh, come join.
Yen Lee, come on. She's too shy.
옐리도 다음번에 나옵니다. 예. 기대해 주세요.
So I met my wife through a mutual friend. He's actually Korean. His wife is Korean as well too. So they were getting married here in Korea, and they asked all of their Australian friends if they would like to come to Korea to help celebrate their wedding. So yeah, all of us we agreed to go because he's a very close friend of ours. First night in Korea, we arrived in the night, and he said, "I've got a friend. I'd like you to meet Enrico." So we just have to wait for her here in a hotel room, and she'll come pick us up, and we'll go out in Gangnam. I think the hotel's called was Hotel California. Yeah. So we had the hotel door open so that we can see her when she walks past, or she can hear the noise from our room. We were waiting, I don't know, like maybe 10-15 minutes, and then I saw this beautiful lady walk past this door frame. And as she was walking past, I saw her look in. She had like a little bit of a smile, and as soon as I saw her, the whole time just slowed down for me, and I just look at her, and I couldn't believe she's such a beautiful woman. And then I knew then that, oh wow, I've got to meet this woman.
Oh, the beautiful story. Actually, Yeli is my sister-in-law. She's so beautiful and talented woman. Why did you come to Korea in this time?
This time, so there's been a bit of a tragedy in the family. Yen Lee's father, my father-in-law, he has been battling cancer for just under a year, and he just had recently passed away. So I've tried to come as quick as I can just to be there for his funeral, and I was lucky enough with COVID, with all the restrictions of flying, all the testing in place that you need to do. So I was fortunate enough just to make it on the last day of the funeral. So I was very lucky there.
I'm so heartbreaking to the father-in-law passed away, and it's lucky to you get arrive
Australia.
in Australia.
No, in Korea.
In Korea.
I think we're both a little nervous.
By the way, in Australia, long vacation gives you your company. Australians' welfare is much better than Korean welfare. How about you think?
What I think about that? I think the social skills. I think the Australia and Korea are both very different. You know, I think the culture sets the pace for the country. I think with Australia, they're more about the work-life balance. So they don't want you to work 6 or 7 days a week. They want you to have some time off, so to spend with your family and friends. And they want to create a balance so that you go to work and you don't feel so stressed. You're energized. But I think Korea here, they're very motivated. And it's when I see them work, I feel very surprised because they give like 110% all the time. Yeah.
그렇죠. 그러니까 니콜이 말한 거는 이제 요즘의 화두죠. Work and Life Balance. 워라밸이 호주는 좋은 거고 한국은 이제 그 워라밸을 이제 젊은 MZ 세대들이 많이 찾아가려고 하는 그런 추세입니다. I agree. You think Korean economy is growing every year.
Oh yes.
Because of Koreans is so very diligent.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, their work ethic is outstanding. I just know the word for it.
Last time you talked about Korean medical system is much better than Australia.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah, in Australia, we don't have very many doctors or specialists, but I was so surprised when I came here. There were a lot more doctors and specialists compared to Australia. I know right now Australia are trying to get doctors from other countries by giving them an easy way to get a visa to come work and live in Australia. But Korea don't have that problem.
Yeah, you know, my husband is oriental doctor in Korea. He said Korean is there is so many doctors in Korea, so much better than medical services, much better than other countries. And I think the Ukraine war should end quickly, not only economically but also to stop the sacrifices in innocent people. Ukraine is set to become an official candidate for EU membership. Ukraine getting ready to join to NATO. Do you expect the Ukraine war to end soon?
Yes, with that announcement, I think it should be ending soon because I think there were even other members of, like I think Sweden and Finland. They are considered neutral countries, but they're even signing up to join with NATO. So I think all the other countries they're supporting, I would say the war would end very, very soon. And I think that would put a lot of pressure on Russia as well, because with all of the international sanctions by other countries, I think that and the pressure that Ukraine about to join the EU, joining the EU and NATO, I think that would put a lot of pressure on Russia, and that would, I guess, make them withdraw. I don't think there's a lot of support even in Russia. Like in the news in Australia, they show that there's even Russians who are not supporting the war in Ukraine. So I think it should end very soon.
Yeah.
And I think, and I think you also mentioned that there is also the economic impact as well all over the world. So yeah, I think with that stability, I think Korea and Australia will do very better, a lot better.
World peace is very important. Not only economic reasons or economic impact to Korea and Australia, but also life of the people and healthy life. 제 영어 실력이 부족한 거 이해해 주세요. 제가 영어 연수도 안 갔다 오고, 그리고 저기 그 고시 공부하느라 영어 공부 손 놓은 지가 20년이 넘었거든요. 많은 양해 부탁드립니다. By the way, a few days ago, Korea successfully launched NARO, the name of the Korean spacecraft.
Wow. 대박.
대박. I'm so proud of Korean development aerospace science. How about Australia aerospace science?
All right. Actually, I don't think we've launched any aircraft, spaceships into outer space, but we do a lot of observation. I think one of the largest telescope observations in the whole world is actually located in Australia. Yeah, actually in WA where I live as well, so it's very good.
한국이 자력으로 우주선을 발사할 수 있는 7대 국가에 들어갔대요. 그래서 그거에 대해서 한국 발전이 진짜 한국은 이렇게 발전이 정말 대단한 것 같고 그리고 지금 이 시대에 한국인으로 살고 있는 게 자랑스럽기도 합니다. 그리고 점점 더 발전할 것이라고 기대가 되고요. Shall we change the subject? Yeah. Due to Korea's economic growth, many foreigners invest a lot in Korea. They buy a real estate in Korea. They invest to a Korean company or set up a company in Korea. So in that case, you call to judicial agent in Korea, like me. Judicial agent is in South Korea, Japan, England. In England, call my job solicitor. And judicial agent can provide information to buy real estate or set up a company in Korea. And cost will be also better than lawyers, reasonable. And I will be a continuous partner for your business. Nicole, let's introduce your job in Australia.
I actually work for several companies in Australia. I work for both private and government. Currently, right now, I work for the Department of Finance in Western Australia. My role within that agency is a data analyst, which I was recently hired full-time to, so I'm very happy about that.
That's wonderful, very nice job. How about you? I heard you traveled Korea last week. Tell me.
Oh, right. I think Korea is such a beautiful country. All the green hills, I wouldn't say there's very many open places, but Korea is very deep in culture, history. I went to the old Shilla grave sites of the kings. That was Gyeongju. I also went to the South Islands. Also, Koje. Yeah, Koje Islands. Korea is very, very beautiful. I think it's got a rich history. It's a very lush nature. There's lots of nature walking trails here. I really love that outdoor lifestyle here in Korea. In Australia, we're more about the outdoor lifestyle as well too. So we don't spend most of our time inside. So we go hiking, fishing, canoeing, kayaking. We love spending time in the water. And here in Korea, I think it's a little bit different. I think everyone spends more time inland, but that's just more for me to enjoy. Thinking
Korea has a long history, about 5,000 or 6,000 years history, and so many mountains.
Yeah. The traffic is terrible here.
Traffic jams in Korea.
Yeah. Oh, the most memorable thing we did this trip around. I think I went with my wife, my mom-in-law, and some of her friends. We went on a yacht when we went to the Goja Islands. Yeah, and we did a yacht tour as the sun was setting. It was very, very, very memorable. Yeah, I love it. It was the best thing. I think we did some outdoor adventure activities. I am very scared of heights, and fortunate for me, I didn't get to do it all, so which is great.
You are a lucky guy, Nicole. You trip in Korea, very nice weather.
Yeah, definitely.
Not
yeah.
rainy.
Yeah.
You are good. I think you are very good person to your wife and mother-in-law.
I try to be.
네, 이렇게 그 자상하고 그 사랑스러운 니콜이 저희 영상에 함께 출연해줘서 정말 저는 되게 기뻐요. 그 외국인이라면 자상하지만 좀 차가울 거라 생각했거든요. 근데 니콜은 되게 가슴이 따뜻한 사람이에요.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. 네, 여러분들도 이 더운 여름에 좋은 정보와 재밌는 시간이 되셨는지 모르겠어요. 이 영상을 보시고 또 호주에서는 이렇게 좋은 분이 살고 있고 또 각 나라마다 어떤 특성이 있는지 느껴보는 그런 유익한 시간이 되셨으면 좋겠습니다. 저도 니콜과의 인터뷰를 계기로 다른 나라 외국분들을 많이 이 유튜브 채널에 섭외해서 출연했으면 좋겠다는 생각이 들었어요. 그냥 TV에 나오는 유명한 사람이 아니라 우리 주변에 같이 살아서 활동하고 계시고 주변에 숨쉬고 계시는 정말 우리 주변에 친구 같은 이웃 같은 많은 분들이 출연해서 그 나라의 사정과 한국에 와서 느꼈던 점들에 대해서 함께 나누면 이 유튜브 채널이 좀 더 재미있고 또 활력이 될 것 같습니다. 저의 로앤라이프 채널이 여러분들에게 하나의 작은 휴식이 되었으면 좋겠습니다. 함께 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 구독과 좋아요 부탁드려요. 안녕히 계세요.